The woods.
The woods?
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 witches from myths and legends.
Do you know what naughty boys get? Coal!
Who be this tender morsel?
I gave old Jack a big dose of that last night, which fixed him.
For this list, we're looking at magical women from historical lore. Did we miss any from your culture? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Medea.
Come. Lay your plan, Medea. Scheme with all your skill. Onto the deadly moment that shall test your nerve.
In Greek mythology, Medea is best known for her role in helping Jason get the Golden Fleece in the tale of Jason and the Argonauts.
I'll go alone.
No. I have to go with you. I have no country now. And I love you.
She's often depicted as an enchantress, and is the daughter of King Aides of Colchis and the granddaughter of Helios, the sun god. Interestingly, she's also the niece of another mythical Greek sorceress, Circe. More on her later. Perhaps most famously, Medea is the title character in Euripides' tragedy, in which she and Jason are living in Corinth, but he ultimately leaves her, and not with happy results.
You had love and betrayed it. Now of all men, you are utterly the most miserable.
Number 9, Befana. According to Italian folklore, Befana is a figure not unlike Santa Claus, who flies around Italy on Epiphany Eve and gives small presents to children who are well-behaved. Just like Saint Nick, she comes down the chimney and puts treats and toys in children's stockings. And if they're bad, she gives them coal instead.
Do you know what naughty boys get? Coal!
Not only that, but she's even said to sweep the floor before leaving. Although, rather than cookies and milk, Italian families often leave her a glass of wine and snacks. Everything's better in Italy, isn't it?
This is still a tradition going on in Italy, and many children anticipate my arrival on the morning of January 6th.
Number 8, the Witch of Endor. In the Old Testament's first book of Samuel, Saul goes to the Witch of Endor to conjure up the spirit of Samuel in order to give him advice concerning the battle of the Philistines. He had first asked God for help, but received none. The problem with this is that the Bible isn't exactly supposed to condone magic or necromancy, so some theologians have taken issue with this passage. Nonetheless, the Witch of Endor has become an enduring figure whose controversial inclusion in the scriptures will likely be debated for generations to come. Number 7, Grimhild. As we all know from hearing countless stories since childhood, there are good witches and there are bad witches. Grimhild, or Grimhildr, from Norse mythology, is decidedly a bad witch. In one legend, she breaks up the marriage between Sigurd and Brynhildur by giving the husband a potion that makes him forget his wife. Grimhild's intention was to have both members of the couple marry her children instead, but her plot did not work out as planned. Both Sigurd and Brynhildur ended up dead, and there was no happily ever after here. Number 6, the Bell Witch. While some of the legends on our list are many centuries old, this one hails from the 19th century in the south of the United States. The Bell family of Tennessee reported strange happenings around their farm starting around 1817. John Bell Sr. reported that a mysterious entity was wreaking havoc on him and his family.
On December 20th, 1820, John Bell died when the family found a mysterious black liquid in a vial near his body. When the Bell Witch spoke in a disembodied voice, I gave old Jack a big dose of that last night, which fixed him.
The specter could shapeshift and speak, but was not always visible. The spirit was said to be the ghost of Kate Batts, a neighbor of the Bells who they'd had a conflict with. But of course, we'll probably never know her true origin. Number 5, Hecate. Unlike the Christians, the Greeks had no fear of magic. Hecate is known as the goddess of ghosts and witchcraft, and has long been associated with the supernatural. She's often depicted holding several torches, and that's because she was known to have helped Persephone to find her way out of the underworld along with Hermes. In a poem by Theocritus from the 3rd century BC, it's even said that Hecate holds the keys that can open the gates between the worlds of the dead and the living.
Years of service in the cause of immortal evil, and this is all I get.
Number 4, Jenny Greenteeth. Throughout history, parents have made up tales in order to scare their children into exhibiting safe behaviors. Jenny Greenteeth is likely the result of one of those tales, unless, of course, she's real.
Who be this tender morsel?
Hailing from England, folklore tells of a river hag who would pull children or old people into water and kill them by drowning. She's supposed to have sickly green skin, sharp teeth, and long hair. Though her name varies slightly based on what part of England you're from, all good children know not to wade too deep into the murky waters.
Clever boy.
Number 3. Circe.
Who are you?
I'm Circe, the sorceress.
We already mentioned Circe as being the aunt of Medea, but she is, of course, notorious in her own right. She's perhaps best known for her role in Homer's Odyssey, though she is also simply a fixture in Greek mythology as the daughter of Helios.
What? How dare you? No.
The Odyssey relates that Odysseus meets Circe on her island home of Aea after the Trojan War, and she turns his shipmates into pigs, forcing the men to stay with her for a year. He eventually decided to go home to his wife, after giving Circe several sons, and the rest is the stuff of legend.
Be careful, she's...
Yeah, I've read the Odyssey.
Number 2. Baba Yaga. Most witches are known for being either good or evil, but Baba Yaga seems to vacillate between the two, and you never know which side of her you're gonna get.
Don't you look lovely?
A legend from Russian folklore, she sometimes eats children, but other times helps the lost along their way. She flies around in a mortar holding a pestle instead of using the traditional broomstick, and is said to live in a hut that stands on chicken feet. Because of her unpredictable nature, you definitely do not want to meet this witch in the woods at night.
The woods.
The woods?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Morgan Le Fay.
Good evening, everyone. How nice to see you.
Like so many of the witches and enchantresses from myth and legend, Morgan Le Fay was known largely as a seductress. Hailing from Arthurian legend, she's often seen as an antagonist to both Guinevere and Arthur in various iterations of the tales about them. She uses her sexuality to get what she wants and acts as an apprentice to Merlin, learning magic from him.
Show me more. Show me the dragon. Tell me the sacred charm of making.
Even though such knowledge would burn and blind you.
Then burn me.
She was supposed to be in love with Lancelot, and in some versions of the story about her, she reveals Guinevere's dalliance with him as an act of revenge.
No, she has left a trail of blood 1,000 years long. Go, get her, whatever the cost.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.